Hi, welcome. I'm Susan. I'm a certified dyslexia and Orton Gillingham practitioner, and I'm glad you're here. I wanted to talk today about the 3 things that I would recommend for back to school with dyslexia. So the first thing would be go ahead and adjust the days and times. So start slowly working your way back to those school day schedules, times for sleep and waking up, and eating good meals throughout the day. And I would just go ahead and adjust that now to have one less thing to adjust to because school is right around the corner. The second thing that I would do would be set up a meeting with the school. So as much as teachers would love to talk with you during back to school night and meet the teacher, there's just not time for those mini conferences. And so go ahead and get on the schedule. So you could probably go ahead and email them in the next couple of weeks, but just know that typically most of the staff is not going to be back into the building until about a week before school starts. But you could go ahead and reach out, have that email waiting in their inbox if you would like to get a meeting scheduled so that you can just sit down and talk about your kiddo and maybe their 504 plan or their IEP if that hasn't been revisited soon. So I would definitely do that. And for that meeting, I'm going to show you on my website a free download. If you go to my website and you go to Dyslexia Help, you can just click on that, and then I have a free download of recommended accommodations. So if you've not already set up a 504 plan or you don't have an IEP or anything, these would be kind of my recommended for kiddos with dyslexia. So every kiddo is going to be different. I do want to preface it with that. This is just a courtesy that I provide. So it's not legal advice. Everything's going to be different for each child, but it would be a good starting point if you just are looking for a list of what might be some good accommodations for your kiddo. And the third thing that I would do would be to make room for those big emotions. We know that our kiddos with dyslexia are super bright, but they have that slower processing for language, and reading and writing and all of those things can be difficult for them. So we just want to make space for the fact that they're going to go back to working extremely hard for a good 7 hours a day. So provide those breaks when they get home to rest a little bit before they tackle the homework or do any kind of intervention services, and just talk about those feelings, allow them to have those emotions, and maybe even seek out some counseling or play therapy to work through those if needed. But just know that heading back to school, there's already a lot of changes, but for our kiddos with dyslexia, it can feel really overwhelming, and they are working 10 times harder during the school day, and it's work that we don't necessarily see because it's inside, and they're just working really hard to stay caught up and with that processing. So just allowing for that is a great other thing to add. Those would be my 3 go-tos for back to school. If you're ever needing dyslexia tutoring, that is something I offer. And I also offer dyslexia consulting. So if that would be something that you want to talk through how to get your child the help they need outside for intervention, or how to navigate the school system, what the next steps are once you get a dyslexia diagnosis, I would love to walk through that with you. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to link everything in the description, including the freebie and my website. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe so that others can find this information. Have a great day.